What's up, everybody? It's Coach Kaz and Kid Spin checking in with you for the last time this spring. Today is all about review. So we're gonna focus on the musicality, grooving, letting the beat flow through you. It's not about pausing, practicing, doing your moves perfectly. Today is all about just letting it out, using those new skills you've learned the last 8 weeks. Okay, here we go. All right, we're gonna start off with a little bit of warm-up, arm wave and rib cage, these isolations. So really trying to focus on specific muscle groups. Fingertip, knuckle, fist, wrist, elbow, shoulder, chest, shoulder, elbow, wrist, fist, knuckle, tip, and smooth. Okay, now get into that rib cage. We go front or arch, side, contract, side, arch, and roll. Trying to really emphasize that range of motion. All right, other way. We go to the front, side, back, contract. Someone's pushing right here. Side, front, and around. It helps to really isolate if you put your hands on your hips, but if you want to let your body roll with it, that's cool too. Okay, next up, wrist rolls. So we got our basic wrist roll, we have wrist roll with elbow roll, and we have our super wrist roll. Shoulders back, shoulders down. Simple wrist roll, elbow roll with wrist roll, super wrist roll, where you put your rib cage into it too. Okay, next up is our hands. We have fists, jazz hands, peace sign, 2-finger point, point, loose fist, okay sign, jazz hands again, and blades. You could do anything else you want with your hands too. You could do tiger claw, you could do, Spock stuff, who knows. Next up is feet. So, we've got neutral or parallel. My weight's now in the front on the balls of my feet, on my heels, to the left, to the right, to the insides, to the outsides. Roll it around. Okay, roll it the other way. All right, now we got our positions. We have first position, second position, third to the center of your foot, fourth to the front, fifth to your toe, sixth or parallel first. Then we go the other way. First, second, third is in the center of your foot where you kick a soccer ball, fourth to the front, fifth to your toe, heel to toe, and sixth. All right, now we've got our heel toe walk. So heels, toes, heels, toes, heels, toes, heels, toes. And we have lots of other fancy footwork that we haven't done, but I hope you can work on your own. Okay, now we're gonna do our locking and whacking. So we've got whack, 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 whack. Same thing, in and out and in. Okay, now we've got our lock. So our lock, put the keys in the doors and lock. Contract, roll your wrists, Bend your elbows and your knees and contract. Remember that double lock. And we have our pendulum step. So use little pieces of the music like boom. Jump up with that. All right, next up, party moves. Okay, here we go with some party moves. We're gonna start off with the twist. So just twist. Twist the other side. Twist both. Walk it out. Okay, next up is the bump. So we've got the bump up and down. Up and down. Up and down. And jump and bump. Jump and bump. Jump and bump. Jump and bump. All right, next we've got the doggy. Lean your palms out and lean side to side. And then we've got single, single, double. Changing up your patterns can make your choreography and your freestyle much more interesting. All right, now we've got dust your shoulders off. Boom, boom. Change up the pattern and the speed. Okay, now we've got the whip, boom. So wind back and make it as big and dramatic as possible and then hit it hard. Boom, ha, okay, boom, ha. All right, next up is the lean and snap. Lean with it, right. Lean with it, right. Lean and snap. Lean and snap. Lean and snap. Lean and snap. Lean and snap and then hit the folks. Hit the folks. All right, after hit the folks, we've got the Harlem Shake. So let's review this a little. We go. Rotate, bring that shoulder up in the front and down in the back. Rotate, hit. Rotate, hit. Rotate, hit. Rotate. Now triples. We go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. Now 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ba, 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 ba. So we go. Single, single. Work it out. Just get your elbows moving with it, your wrists. You can work these moves together. That's great. Remember, when you're freestyling, don't think about anything. You're not trying to be cool. You're just trying to let your body move to the music, however it's telling you to move. You've got a lot of skills now, and basically it's just, I think of it as dance vocabulary. Like the more moves you know, the less you have to think about transitioning from one to another. Like words. If you have a good vocabulary and you know a lot of words and use them frequently, it's easy to come up with the next thing to say. You don't have to plan it out in advance. The same idea, dance vocabulary. You know a lot of moves, you've been practicing them a lot, so you don't have to think about what comes next. Just let it flow out, okay? Obviously, I'm a professional dancer. I've been dancing for 20 years. You've been dancing for 8 weeks. So like, you gotta just let it go. Don't think about anything, just let it go. Okay, we've got a couple of the more difficult techniques we've learned now. We're gonna start off with gliding and then popping. So gliding, get all your weight on the foot that has the heel up, and you glide the other foot. Switch your weight and your heels. Pull, switch, glide, switch. Okay, sideways gliding 2. Practice all different directions. It's not easy, this takes time. But once you get good at it, you'll never lose it. Okay, next up is popping. So again, pop with our wrists like you're riding a motorcycle. 6, 7, 8. Now we're going to pop our chest. So that's the arch, arch, hard, fast muscle contractions. Now I'm going to pop my hips. So that's straightening my knees. All right, now we're going to go hips and hands together. See how much more power comes through my whole body when I'm using my hips. Okay, now chest and hands. Okay, now we're going to do chest and hips. 5, 6, 7, 8. So when you're popping, you're going to flow, just let your body move between the pops. And you can pop any part of your body. Okay? It doesn't just have to be your wrist, your chest, and your hips. It's basically any hard, fast muscle contraction is a pop. Dance hall reggae moves we learned. We have the butterfly. We have the grapevine. We have the run. And of course we have throw fire. Work it out, let your body move. You know, people always say dance like no one's watching. It's hard to let yourself just move, especially if people are watching, especially if you're on video. But you know what? There's nothing more freeing than just letting it go. To me, that's pure artistry. Is just pure art is when you can just express yourself. You don't have to think about anything else. It's just pure. It's not maybe the best art. Maybe some art is better if it's planned out, organized, designed. But pure art is when you just let it go. So that's what I'm trying to get you guys to do with this today. I've had a great time making these videos. I can't wait to see you in the fall, winter, next spring, whenever I get to coach you. And keep practicing your dance moves.